Hello and welcome back to another video by yours truly. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the most watch you can possibly get for the least amount of money possible from AliExpress. For the low price of $45 American, you get a Seiko NH35 movement, a sapphire crystal, a fully loomed 120 click unidirectional ceramic bezel, a bracelet with solid links, solid end links, as well as a milled solid clasp with a whopping 6 positions of micro adjustment. All that for the low price of $45 US or $60 Canadian, the price I paid for this from the AliExpress 11 and 11 sale. So the watch in question is the Steeldive SD1970. I purchased this watch from AliExpress's 11 and 11 sale. So in this video, we're gonna be going through the unboxing experience, go through the dimensions and specifications, and ultimately answer the question whether or not you should get this watch or not. So without further ado, let's roll up the B-roll footage and continue on with the video. Up until now in my watch collecting journey, I've always avoided AliExpress watches because I had the wrong impression that they might be of cheaper quality and build, kind of like how products from Wish.com or Temu are always mocked on social media. So I was under the impression that AliExpress watches are similar to those. But after meeting one of my viewers in real life, he showed me some of his AliExpress watches that he got, and I was really impressed with the build quality. So with the 11/11 sale, I picked up 3 watches from AliExpress. I'm going to be showing you guys on the screen right now. And this one has been the one that impressed me the most because of its super low price. So as I said before, I live in Canada, $60 Canadian, around $45 US. You get all the specs that I mentioned in the beginning of the video, and it's just been a blast to wear. Onto the unboxing experience, we have this black plastic shell that is pretty much used by all the brands from AliExpress. You get a sticker with the logo of the brand right here. I've already, this is a fake unboxing experience because I already unboxed the watch, but the watch comes in this plastic bag that is surrounded by this bubble wrap that protects the watch head. The watch is right here. You also get a bracelet sizing tool in the box, as well as a tag, warranty card, and a user manual that I will never read. So the box comes with, foam padding inside. Additional bubble wrap around the watch head will protect the watch in transport. My particular unit had no problem at all running. It actually keeps time within plus or minus 5 seconds a day. A lot of these AliExpress watches uses the Seiko NH35 movement, and oftentimes from these Chinese manufacturers, in comparison to Seiko, they will actually regulate the movement before giving you the watch. Whereas for Seiko, they don't regulate the movement, so you can get a less accurate watch if you just buy it straight from Seiko on a Seiko branded watch. Whereas for the AliExpress brands, oftentimes they will regulate the movement before shipping it to you, because my particular movement is running a almost COSC certified plus or minus 2 seconds a day. So it's a really nice movement right here. So in terms of dimensions, we have a 44mm case, 13.5mm thickness, as well as a lug-to-lug of about 47mm with a lug size of 20mm and a secret dimension that I measured of the bezel of 41mm. Why do I measure the bezel? It's because when you see a watch on wrist, really when other people see the watch on your wrist, what they really see there, they don't really see the case, but they really just see the size of the bezel. So despite the 44mm case size, this wears closely to a 42mm case, because as you can see them from them side to side, this is a 42mm Orient Kamasu. They will appear to be around the same size. So even if you have a smaller wrist, I have, for example, a 6.5-inch wrist, which is, on the smaller side, this still will wear no problem on the wrist because of a smaller dial size and a smaller bezel size. So the dial size is around 33mm, the sapphire size is 32. So because of its smaller dial size and its relatively small bezel size, it will still wear no problem on a smaller wrist. This is a 6.5-inch wrist, and as you can see, it wears no problem. So this right here is just to really show you guys that this watch, despite being 44mm in terms of case size, doesn't look much bigger than a 2mm watch or a 40mm watch. It only looks maybe marginally a little bit bigger because the bezel size is what you really see. What other people see is the bezel size. They don't really see the case right here in terms of the size of the watch. So the bezel of 41 will still wear, very similar to this 40 right here or this 42. So despite its big case size, because of its relatively compact lug-to-lug of 47mm, it will still wear good on smaller wrists, such as mine on 6.5-inch wrist. So I'm going to be showing you guys the watch on my 6.5-inch wrist again. Looks absolutely stunning for the low price of $45 US. It just looks absolutely great. In terms of specifications, the watch comes with a sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. They used to come with a blue anti-reflective coating. Right now it is a clear anti-reflective coating. The watch also has a ceramic 120 click fully loomed bezel insert right here. I'll be showing you guys the lume on the screen. It is a blue lume and the indices have a green lume. So very nice bezel action right here. The bezel also aligns on mine. Maybe it is a little bit off, but it's the alignment is pretty good on the watch right here. The bezel action feels very nice as well. I would say that it feels like kind of better than a 5KX bezel, but not as good as a fancy Seiko Prospex right here. So in between a Seiko 5 and a Seiko Prospex. On top of that, it also has a solid link bracelet, solid end links, and a milled clasp with 6 positions of micro adjust. The watch is powered by the now world famous Seiko NH35 movement with an accuracy rating of -20 to +40 seconds per day. Mine runs a very impressive minus or +2 seconds a day. It's really good. A lot of these Chinese watches, as I've mentioned before, they regulate the movements before shipping it to you. Whereas for Seiko, let's say this run right here, they don't regulate the movement before shipping it to you. So you get like maybe plus or minus 15 to 10 seconds a day on a lot of Seiko units, whereas for these ones, oftentimes they will regulate the movement before shipping it to you. The case is a homage of a very famous Seiko diver popularized by Martin Sheen's role as Captain Willard in the movie Apocalypse Now from 1969, hence its nickname, the Captain Willard. Since the release of the movie, Seiko has re-released many versions of this watch and they all cost more than $1,000, or in some cases a couple of thousands of dollars. So instead of paying a couple $1,000 or $1,000, you can pay 60 bucks Canadian or $45 American to get this watch right here. Now the watch also looks very nice on different strap options. Here I have it on the original bracelet, on a Tropic strap, on a leather strap, on a single pass NATO style strap, on a double pass strap. Now my favorite of the bunch is probably this black double pass NATO style cloth strap. I will leave down in the description section all the links to all the straps if you're curious on where I got them. Let me know down in the comments below which one is your favorite. So now let's answer the question whether or not you should buy this watch or not. And I think if you're marginally even like the design and you have no problem with homages, there is no question at all. At $45, this is a no-brainer. I think this is still currently on sale on AliExpress of their Cyber Monday or Black Friday sale, so you can probably grab it for a very nice price. Or if you can't, if you're watching this video later, you can just wait for one of their AliExpress sales and probably get it around that price as well. In terms of value proposition in the entry-level space, this watch is just like insane value proposition. Let's compare it with an entry-level Seiko 5 right here, the Dress KX that I love so much. So this one has a mineral crystal, hollow end links, press clasp, 2 positions of micro adjust. The bracelet, even though it's solid links, as you can see right here, there is a line right here in the middle of the bracelet, so it is a piece of metal that has been folded onto itself. Whereas for this one, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel insert, fully solid links, solid end links, milled clasp with 6 positions of micro adjust, and you just get more value from AliExpress, especially this Steeldive right here in comparison to the entry-level watches from Seiko. The reason why Seiko's cost so much, this one costs about $300 to $400 Canadian MSRP. I got this 35% off for around, 250 or 270 Canadian dollars, whereas for this one, 60 bucks Canadian, right? So the reason why Seiko's cost so much more money than the AliExpress brands is because they have to go through, a distributor, a wholesaler, and then the retailer, and then everybody has to make a margin, right? Once the Seiko arrives at the retailer makes about 40-50% off the value of the watch itself. So the watch that probably Seiko, it probably cost Seiko as much to make this watch, probably cheaper to make this watch than this watch right here. But because of all the people that has to make money along the way, including Seiko itself, the wholesaler, the retailer, and the distributors, the cost of this watch is a lot more than this one. Also, Seiko has a higher brand heritage and reputation, and brand power compared to a brand like Steeldive, for example. Also, the resale value on Seiko's is going to be a lot better than the resale value on these watches, as well as Seiko's international warranty will cover anything if something happens to this watch. Whereas for Steeldive, I don't know how you're going to be claiming this international warranty card right here. You could probably file for like a return or complaint on AliExpress, but I don't know how far that is going to go, right? So there are advantages and disadvantages to both watches, but for $45, it's really a no-brainer. In terms of finishing of this watch, I'd say that this finishing is pretty similar to this one right here, just that the specifications it's much better on this one. But for similar specifications with Seiko, for example, this Seiko Prospects right here, limited edition SPB 207, costs over $1,000 MSRP, right? The sapphire crystal, ceramic insert, fully solid links and solid end links, as well as a very nice clasp with 4 positions of micro adjust, a Diverx extension, etc. The finishing is a little bit better on this one compared to this one, but this is over $1,000 MSRP, versus this is $45, right? So the value proposition of this watch is just absolutely insane. So in terms of the negatives of this watch, I have 2 gripes. The first one is that because of the giant crown guards, it's very hard to screw in the crown. Well, not very hard, but it's just much harder than something like this where the crown is fully exposed. So there's not but it is by design, but there's not a whole lot of range of motion that you can use to screw in the crown. So there's a lot more harder to screw in the crown than something like this. My only other complaint is about this big gap right here in terms of the clasp. They can easily address it in the next version if they curve this part of the clasp a little bit down. So there's a huge gap right here, just a cosmetic aesthetics thing where there's the gap right here in comparison to, let's say, the Seiko 5 right here or the Pro Specs. There's much less of a gap with the clasp. So the only thing is, the clasp is very straight. It doesn't curve like these clasps right here. It does curve a little bit, but this part really protrudes out. I'm going to be putting on the wrist to show you guys. It's just a minor cosmetic thing that can be easily fixed in the next update. So you can see right here, the gap right here. But yeah, these are the only 2 complaints that I have. Difficult to screw in the crown and the gap right here. This is by design to protect the crown. This, I think they can easily address it in the next version. Now, perhaps a more controversial aspect of this watch is that it blatantly copies or homages another watch, in this case the Seiko 6105-8110 from the movie Apocalypse Now. If you were to buy those Seikos, you'd be paying upwards of thousands of dollars, and to most of us peasants out there, we don't have the money to pay for those kind of Seikos. And perhaps even if you do have enough money, you don't love the design enough to pay that price for that kind of watch. Even though I like the design of this watch, I think it looks cool, I am not willing to dish out thousands of dollars on buying the real deal, because in my case, I suspect, and I also suspect in a lot of people's cases, they might think this watch is cool, this design is cool, but it's just not cool enough for them to dish out thousands of dollars and pay for the real deal. So in a way, I am not taking any sales away from Seiko, because I would not have bought the reissue that are $1,000 or multiple thousands of dollars in the first place. So it's not like because I bought this watch, I'm not going to buy those. I was never going to buy those watches in the first place. And if you're one of those people that really like the original Willard design, you watched the movie, you're a fan of Martin Sheen and the Apocalypse Now, you are a Vietnam war aficionado and you really want to have, you know, the original design, this is not going to be enough to scratch the itch anyways. You're going to buy that design anyways. And this is kind of like a way for you to, for a cheaper way for you to try out this watch to see if you like it before spending out, you know, thousands of dollars to buying that watch, the real deal. Because let's say you do buy that Seiko, the real Seiko, for a couple $1,000s and you don't like it, then you'd be like stuck with it trying to resell it for a much lower price on the secondary market. So AliExpress's homages, I think they're a good way for people that don't have a lot of money to try out different watch designs, as well as, you know, if you do like a design, you just cannot afford it, it is also a great way to do so as well. So if you don't have anything, you know, any moral or ethical reasons against homage watches and you like this design, absolutely get this watch. No questions asked. All right, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. I ordered 2 other watches from the AliExpress 11/11 sale, a Saint Martin GMT, as well as a Saint Martin 37mm chrono. So stay tuned for those videos, and please do not hesitate to click that subscribe button. And if you like this video, do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments section. And until next time, thank you very much for watching.